When you take a walk to combat art block and you get an idea, maybe great, maybe not. You grab all your paints, all your pencils, set a date to create something, maybe great, maybe not. So join me today as I draw something great. It's Kai Draws Now. Hey everybody, I'm the Otaku artist, and today I'll be redrawing a scene from one of my favorite movies, Castle in the Sky. I drew this on August 27th, 2017, and it took me only a little under 3 hours. Now, originally, I created this because I was going to do an English cover of the ending theme. I had already created a Japanese cover of it, so I also wanted to try my hand at the English fan lyrics I had found. However, I ultimately decided against it. Now, it's kind of old, and I have improved, but if you're interested in the Japanese cover I did, it's in the eye icon in the top right corner, as well as the end screen in the video. Now, in the Japanese cover video, that was actually Speedpaint as well, and I redrew an old drawing I did to show my improvement. I should have honestly included the original drawing I had done like couple years earlier to compare, but I didn't for some dumb reason. So who knows, maybe in the future I'll redraw that drawing and redo the cover and include all 3 versions of the drawing to show my improvement. Anyhow, this drawing is actually a little bit special, as this was the last Art Academy drawing I posted to Miiverse. I should have actually posted it as its own individual post, but instead, I posted it as a little reward for everyone reading this long thread, which was one of my last posts where I included my thoughts on every Art Academy drawing I had done. And it was a super long thread. And, yeah, I really miss Miiverse. Anyhow, I'm sure that some of you viewer chans are a little confused about what movie I'm talking about, so let me talk a little bit about it. Now, Castle in the Sky was one of my very first Studio Ghibli movies I had seen. The first Studio Ghibli movie I've seen was Spirited Away. And then one time when this was when I was like 6 years old, like 5 or 6 years old, I went to the local library, which I used to go to a lot before I actually moved, and I had picked up a rentable DVD of Castle in the Sky, and I was like, oh, it's by the same people who did Spirited Away, I like that, so I asked my mom to rent it, and I rented it, loved it so much. I believe I rented it a couple more times until eventually it was like, alright, we're buying it. So then we bought it. So yeah, and the reason why I love it so much is because it actually ended up being my second favorite movie of all time after House Moving Castle. And I have to thank it for inspiring me so much. It's one of the best Studio Ghibli movies, and it's a pretty good choice for a first Studio Ghibli movie to watch. It's very imaginative, has an amazing cast of characters, story, and music. And a lot of lore as well. I highly recommend listening to the soundtrack if you have the chance. I won't say too much to spoil it, but I'll give the basic premise. It's about a mysterious girl who has this powerful necklace connected to a castle in the sky. Wouldn't you know about it? The title says Castle in the Sky. It's about a castle in the sky. So, she meets this boy named Patsu after escaping from people who want the power that lies within the necklace. So, what does the necklace do? And why is the castle so important? You think I'd tell? Watch the movie to find out. I'm sure I piqued your interest and made you curious, so I hoped it worked, and I hope that you'll be able to watch it. Now, that's enough about the movie, as I don't want to spoil it. So I won't talk about any more about, what's it about, but I do want to say one more thing. There's actually 2 different English dubs of the movie, and I prefer the new dub, which was done by Disney, and I just really like it. Some people prefer the original, but I really like the new dub, as the soundtrack actually they redid a lot of the soundtrack and made more songs about it and stuff, and also just improved and re-recorded. So, one last thing, if you want to watch it, please just don't get like an old version of the movie, okay? So anyway, let's change topics and talk about the Speedpaint itself. I already mentioned how this is a screenshot redraw, so when the Speedpaint ends, I'll showcase the original screenshot versus my drawing as a comparison. Now, this drawing is 3 years old at the time of posting, so would I remake it? Not anytime soon, but if I have the time and I want to, someday I would like to remake it. I really don't like their expressions. I would definitely change those. I don't know why, they just kind of look empty. I just don't like them. The shading is alright, but the colors are kind of off and dull, so I think some lighting and shadows and deeper colors would help, and if the drawing has a light source, that would really be better. My last issue is that there needs to be more flowers, and they should be more detailed and colorful. I'd say this drawing still holds up, which is why I'm still posting it, but it isn't my best work, so even though I like the drawing, I would like to remake it sometime. Now then, I'm curious. Have any of you viewer chance seen the movie? Comment below your thoughts. And with that, the Speedpaint is done! Here's a comparison of the screenshot from the movie that I drew versus the drawing. How'd I do? Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. So, with that, I'm the Otaku Artist, and I'll see you guys next Friday for another Speedpaint. Bye!